What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Dream Agent Academy. I'm happy to have you. So excited for this topic for today. We're going to be talking today about some principles of organic marketing. I know that a lot of people hear organic marketing or hear me speaking about the organic marketing on LinkedIn or anywhere else in my writing. And maybe some people, some agents are not really 100% and even if you are comfortable understanding what is organic marketing exactly, I think the following video will help you expand exactly what is it that we do and how we do it using organic marketing approaches. This way, for the following videos, we can take one topic at a time, dive into it, and help you implement it. So that's the goal. The goal is to first, as I did in my last video, if you haven't seen it yet, I gave the overview of how things works. In today's video, I want to give you the right pillars on what organic marketing is built on so that you know exactly what to expect once you start doing organic marketing. I believe it is my own conviction that organic marketing for selling any form of high ticket items, it's a necessity since the buying journey of anybody buying a 500 plus uh, product, it doesn't happen overnight. It needs a repetition, it needs a serious presence, it needs familiarity. So therefore, using organic marketing and building a brand inside your market is the best way. I don't see, frankly, any other. I've been doing this for the last almost 10 years, and I don't see any other way besides, even if you are using paid ads, you will still need to supplement your presence with serious your brand and your marketing with serious presence. All right, so let me, without further ado, let me share with you the following document. So this is basic pillars building organic systems for life insurance agent financial advisor, a negotiable breakthrough. So the first thing that we want to make sure that we are doing here is we are investing in building an audience. And that's what a lot of people don't do. That's what a lot of people ignore, is the fact they think that it's just okay to go. I've been a life insurance agent and I know how excruciating thinking that everybody is your customer, is your potential customer. That's one of the biggest mistakes why we end up not doing anything. So the idea is we want to first make sure that we want to imagine who is our dream customer, and I'm going to be speaking about it in a few seconds. So investing in building audience simply because it's we have so much leverage. We can go one to one and we can go one to many, so our reach is leverage. Next is we need to be able to build ecosystems. This allow prospect to become part of our news feed, our group, our messenger. So we have so many areas, so many places that we can actually reach out to that uh, prospect, have a conversation with them, or at least show up in their feed and start building that familiarity. So allowing them to enter into the buying journey map and become familiar with our brand, what we do, and who we do it for. Next is researching building an audience based on a specific niche or vertical. So this is a very heavy topic, and I have few points that I want to cover. The first thing is we want to make sure that we are doing the homework of dream avatar. So we research who is our dream avatar by going doing the demographics, the psychographics, the problem, the promise, all these documentations. I have it. If you want to use this exercise to build your audience, please make sure to comment. So the niche, product, customer, all these things are very important to start building a vision and to start narrowing down on who is exactly the dream customer that you want to do business with, because uh, not everybody is a dream customer. Okay, So next, we want to make sure that we are understanding what niche or vertical or industry we want to go after. This is very important because once we understand, if we can concentrate our research into one specific niche or vertical, then all our marketing will start speaking to them eventually. So we start building exact knowledge about what problems they have, what desires, what's average people, how many kids do they have, where do they live, what kind of sports or hobbies they have. So once you locate the niche of people that you want to speak to, start the things by themselves start to narrow down, and that's empower you instead of just going and speaking to everybody. Plus the fact that I'm going to be talking about later, the fact that this gives you clarity, because if you choose a niche, probably they should have the purchasing power. Therefore, you are not going to be speaking to a lot of deadbeats. Next, building an audience based on these criteria, those criteria, building audience, sending friend requests, identifying good. So this the part. Once we do the research of the dream agent, of the dream agent of our dream avatar, next is time to build an audience, and this is where we start sending invitations and connecting with people. It doesn't matter if you are using Facebook or you're using LinkedIn, it's still the same process. Next is, once you do that, we want to understand exactly where these people are located, meaning what groups are they going and hanging out at, where they are trying, what kind of content or magazines are they reading. So we want to understand exactly what they do, where they are located, so we can go and target that place and start becoming familiar with them inside those groups and communities. Relationship building. So in this relationship building, it's based on being familiar, building familiarity and being present. But we do build familiarity and being present by using content and lead generation. So content is very powerful. It's a very heavy topic because there's so much things that we can talk about it. However, the only thing that I'm going to say regarding content is the fact is we use content in a strategic way, because in the following way, we use it by presenting value, then moving into belief shifting, then moving into lead generation. Because once you grab the attention with the value and you belief shift and you give a lead gen, then this automatically creates already a momentum in the mind of your prospects, and there is a higher chance that that prospect will click and say, hey, I'm interested to know what you have. So that's one of the ways that we use content. Keep building goodwill and without expectation. Next is conversations, exploring and qualifying. So we want to make sure that once we start a conversation with a client, we want to make sure that we are exploring for the pain. Is there a pain? Obviously, if you're selling life insurance or if you are a financial advisor, you need to touch on the pain so that you at least get people aware of, if they are not really aware of it, you get them to judge the level of pain they are actually having. Where in the awareness spectrum is your prospect? So you want to make sure to understand exactly where the awareness in buying that life insurance they are. If they are completely not aware, then it's not really interesting, because the time to take to get them to build awareness and to convince them to buy, it's going to be uh, considerable. So therefore, you want to make sure that you keep them in your lead, in your audience, and keep nurturing them while speaking to people who are most close to in the awareness spectrum, who are strongly aware, who needs just a little push so that they can move into buying. What experience that they have, their financial means, emotionally, are they ready to jump? This is very important because you may find a couple that they are where they need to buy life insurance, or they need to have somebody in there to straight up their finance, but they are not ready emotionally. Their finance, it's not 100% right, and they, even if you convince them to buy, eventually they will drop that policy. So you want to make sure that they are emotionally ready to commit for the long term invitation. Then you want to make sure to position, once you understand and cover all these elements using a simple conversation, then you want to make sure to place an invitation to a sales calls. Next, so everything I'm speaking about here, we tackle inside the Dream Agent Academy. What tools are we using? We are branding the surface level, the deep level, which is the content, content's momentum building, conversations, KLT familiarity, focusing on psychological triggers, aligning your work. What do you do? How do you align your work? You make sure that your message is matching the audience you choose using the right media. For example, uh, if your niche is plumbers, I'm just speaking off the top of my head, and you are putting message and content that speaks to people who are plumbers, then you need to be on. If you identify the audience and you know the message, that you can go to LinkedIn, for example, so you can meet them. Obviously plumbers, they will be more, it's like informal crowd, and they will be sitting more inside Facebook than on LinkedIn. So that's what it means to align the message with the audience with the media. Touching the message masses with the content, interacting in groups and forums. All these allow you to build momentum and create awareness in your market. Becoming a trusted advisor. This is what we want to, this is the ultimate goal of becoming, of doing organic marketing, is not to sell, at least not at the beginning. We want to become a trusted advisor rather than just somebody who want to push our product into people's throat. So that's the goal. We want to gain the confidence, and we want to build that confidence one step at a time with our audience. Finally, the mindset shift. This is very important. We'll be talking about it inside the program. There is a lot of exercises that I have that you can for sure help you once you feel stuck or once you feel frustrated. Automatically, by referring to these exercises, you are able to uh, get back into the zone and start going into your work. Finally, automation and touch points. So the success of automation will depend to a large extent to how much effort did you put into building relationships and putting goodwill out there. That's very, very important, because if you put, for example, let's say if you put a scorecard and you want to qualify people by asking them a list of questions using a scorecard app. So if you don't have that relationship already established with your audience, there is probably nobody will answer those scorecards. So it's very important that we do the basic work, and then once we do it, then we can put a scorecard, we qualify people, and then we use bots to move them into sales calls, so we can automate 80% of the process. And by the time they get to us and they schedule a call, we can, at that point, they already saw us, they already saw our content, they already got familiar with us, they know exactly how we can help them. So by the time they get to the sales call, 80% of the work is already done. So the legwork basically is already done, and it's easier to close them and make them become a client. Monetization, there is a lot of things that I want to talk about monetization, but it's just the, in terms of uh, how are you going to monetize your audience. There are so many ways you can monetize your product. You can use sales calls, you can set up webinars, you can put a Zoom calls for a number of people, strict number of people, give them some very important information and then close them. You can close people on Messenger. So there is a lot of ways that you can send the video sales letter. There is a lot of ways you can close people. So the monetization is very diverse, and you can use so many ways on doing that. We'll be talking about this also. So this is very important that you have an idea about the different ways you can monetize your audience. Okay, so you guys, if you have any questions, please make sure to leave them below. I'll be more than happy to get back with you and answer every single question. I'll make sure that I comment to every single question. If you want to have direct access to me, then you can join me inside my LinkedIn group. I will put the link below so that you can uh, access it immediately. All right. With that being said, have a great day and talk to you soon.